My name is Ms. Wonderlick, and I am an attorney for the state of Virginia, as well as my other two attorneys, Mr. Pickering and Ms. Robinson, who are also on the prosecution side of this trial. Today, we will state the charges and evidence against the defendant, John Brown, and see why he is found guilty of the many charges against him. There are many pieces of evidence that confirm why John Brown is guilty of being a terrorist. The charges are treason, murder, and the conspiracy to induce a slave insurrection. He was involved in many cases of murder. For example, he was involved at the massacre at the Potawatomi Creek, in which was designed to terrify pro-slavery forces that resulted in the killing of 5 people. Also, his involvement in the conflict of Bleeding, Kansas, which was one of his most violent actions, left 55 settlers dead. His last main riot was on Harper's Ferry, in which he killed 1 free African American. Also, he killed 13 other people. Next, there are many cases where he broke into people's houses, slaughtering them with no reason to. John Brown is also charged with treason against the Commonwealth of Virginia. John Brown violated his allegiance to Virginia State, in which he acted in rebellion with his raids. And this was a main offense of the sovereign authority of the persons in power. Lastly, the defendant is convicted of the conspiracy to induce a slave insurrection. He acted in revolt against the civil authority of the Virginia State by his actions in uprising against the governing authority for the cause of anti-slavery. John Brown chose to use force instead of peacefully protesting to get his point across. There have been many witnesses that can support this evidence, who are Frederick Douglass, Colonel Lewis Washington, Robert E. Lee, Mahala Doyle, and Dr. Starr. The jurors of this court will be asked to decide whether or not John Brown is found guilty. And also, thank you, jurors, for your time, attention, and service for this court trial.